Hi, welcome back to Manohar Academy. In this lesson, we are going to learn about comparator interface. In the previous lesson, we talked about comparable. We created a class called employee, then we have implemented comparable interface. If we see here, we are overriding the compare2 method that is inherited from the comparable interface. Using this particular logic, we are sorting the arrays. So here in the main method, we have created an array of employees, then we have sorted those employee array using arrays.sort method. So this is the method that is providing a sorting service to the type of comparable objects. So because employee is implementing comparable, it is of type comparable, and arrays.sort provides its service to comparable objects. Now here the logic that we provided is we are sorting employees by their employee ID. So let me run it just to recap. So here we can see before sorting, or this is the order in which we have added employees to the employee array. After sorting, they are sorted in a descending order based on their employee ID. Because this sorting logic that is present in compare2 method is going along with the class that is employee, it is available inside the employee. This is called natural sorting order. Now employee has only one field. Let's add few more fields. So we want to add employee name. We want to add salary. Okay, so we need to create these fields. Okay, now here if I reformat, so I have employee ID assigned to the employee ID, employee name assigned to employee name, salary assigned to salary. Okay, we are good here. So now we have to modify this constructor. So let's provide the employee name and salary of 10,000. Okay, now if I run the program again, there is no problem. Just we added extra fields to the employee class. Now I want to sort the employee array based on the name. So how can I do that? Now the natural sorting order is based on the employee ID, but I want to sort based on the name. To do that, we have to create a different class that will help us to sort this one. So if we see, arrays.sort has one more method that is taking a comparator interface, object of comparator. So now let me show you how to do that first, then we will use that. So we are going to create one more class called employee comparator. Let's say employee name comparator. So it is going to compare the names and it is going to compare using that. So it should implement comparator. Okay, so we are implementing this particular interface. So what are the methods that has to be defined? So if we see here, the method that need to be overridden is compare, and it is going to compare two objects, that is employee 1 and employee 2. Because comparable is with the employee itself, here you are receiving only one object, the other object which has to be compared to the current object. But in case of comparator, you have to get the two objects, object 1, object 2, or employee 1, employee 2, so that you can tell which one should come first, which one should come next. But as we have seen with the comparable, it is always a good idea to provide the type it is trying to compare because these are generic types. So we want to provide the type to these interfaces. So all that we have to do is we are saying it sorts employees. So here let's generate that override method again. So this time we got employee 1 and employee 2. So employee objects. So this is employee 1, this is employee 2. Okay, now let's compare them. So we want to compare them by their name. So we can simply say, also because this class is outside the employee class and these private variables are not visible outside, we have to create the getter for employee name. So I created the getter method there. So now I'm going to get employee 1 name. Then I'm going to compare that to employee 2 name. So that's all I need to do here. And here let me sort the array again. So arrays.sort, but if we see here, there is one sort method that is just taking the array, and also there are other sort methods that are taking a comparator interface or comparator objects. So let me take this one, and we are going to compare employees, and we are going to use a employee name comparator. So that's all we need to do. We defined a class of type employee name comparator, which is taking two employee objects and providing the logic on how to sort them. And we have to create the object and we have to pass that object. So let's print the same message again after sorting using name comparator, and let's run it. So here we can clearly see that previously it is sorted by employee ID using the natural sorting order. Now using the comparator, oops, I have to print the names also. Let me create the toString method again. I'm running it. Okay, here we can see the employees are sorted by their name, CGMA. So that is the order. Now let's also create one more comparator that can sort this array using their salaries. So now this time it is going to be simple. All that we need to do is create one more class called employee salary comparator, and it should implement a comparator interface just like the previous one, and we are going to provide employee type. So let's override the method that has to be overridden, and let's provide the logic. So again, here we need the salary, so we have to create a getter. Also, I don't like these field names. So let's compare these two objects by their salary. Okay, so because these are long variables, the resulting value is long. Long cannot be implicitly typecasted to int, so we have to do that explicitly. And this has some disadvantages. So let's come back to this again, but for now let's see how to sort the employees by their salary. So again, we are calling the arrays.sort method. We are providing the employees array, and also we are going to provide employee salary comparator. So that's all we need to do, and then after that we can print it again. After salary comparator, that's what we are doing. So let's run it and see the output. So here, after using the salary comparator, we can see they are sorted as per salary. Okay, so now we have seen how to use the comparator interface. So comparable is an interface that goes along with the class itself, and the sorting logic provided in the compare_to method is the natural sorting order. The comparator interface, we have to create a new class because a class can have only one natural sorting order. Also, I mentioned that there is something wrong here because we are typecasting it to integer. I don't want to do that. So what we can do is, there is a method in long compare. It compares two long values and it will provide you an integer. So this is a better approach. Let's not do the explicit typecasting because converting long to int can cause any rounding errors or truncation errors. We don't want that. So we don't want to return that integer. We just want, whenever the numbers are very big, the employee IDs are very big or salaries are very big, we are going to run into problems. So let's not do that, and let's use the compare method available in the long. So if I run it again, we are going to get it properly. So salary, they are sorted by salary. Okay, that is all from my side. Last but not least, if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. And also, if you are benefited from this video, please make sure you like it and share it with your friends so that they can also watch, they can also learn. See you in the next lesson. Thank you.